Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aquarius, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Justice card, right? So Aquarius, this week you've got to commit to something. You are going to have to be in it, right? This is where you make the final decision, and I think for a lot of you this is going to see you stepping off of the fence. So like where it is that maybe you've been in two minds about something, where you maybe haven't wanted to make a decision, or maybe where you haven't wanted to say something because you didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings. This is the week where you have to commit to a path and you're going to have to stick to it. It may lead to an uncomfortable conversation, but it could just as easily be the start of a brand new phase or a brand new era of your life. It really is up to you, Aquarius. Like what you do with this, how you do it is all going to be on you. But this week, I think you've got a really great chance to get ahead. And I think this is going to come from really making the final or the ultimate call that you've needed to make for a long time. For your actions and options this week, you have the King of Pentacles. You are finally, Aquarius, for the first time in a long time, putting yourself first. This is about you owning and claiming your own experience, your material experience. And this is one of the things as well. Aquarius has been on this kind of metamorphosis evolution of coming into the understanding that, okay, it's not a bad thing to, you know, suddenly care about the materialistic side of life. Aquarius is kind of like meh, here nor there about it 9 times out of 10, but it does look like you're coming into this understanding that actually living well on the material level, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as I'm doing it in a way that I feel is based in integrity. For your King of Pentacles, for your actions and options, this is going to see you really very focused on your next steps. This is the practical steps, right? The other thing with the King of Pentacles, this is very often about your work, your profession. This week you could be really looking at the finances, maybe creating a plan that is going to start to elevate your financial experience, which is great. Another way that this could show up for you as well, this could literally see you looking at your home, your environment, like where you're going to live, how you're going to live there, you know, and really getting the best or the most out of it. For your communications and conversations, you have the Ace of Wands. You have the Magician card, right? So a few things here. First of all, this week, when it comes to your ideas, this is a great week to get your ideas out there. It's a great week for you to put your time and effort into an idea that you've already had, and work really, really hard on that. This is the week where you may very well not necessarily seclude yourself, but it does look like this week you're going to be working very hard on something. Remember, the Magician card is always about reaching the height of your game. This is about you committing yourself, Aquarius, to being the best that you can be, having the best that you can have, and really putting in the work. This is a week for you to do all of the behind the scenes stuff. This is going to be a week where your nose will be pressed into a book. You will have, you know, Google pages open. You'll be watching an info, you know, whatever. Like there's going to be a lot of intake of information this week, and it's really important that you use this. Like use this week to provide the foundation or the springboard for what it is that you're really trying to create. Whatever this idea is that you had, whatever this idea is that you're working on, it has the potential to really set you up on that financial level, or certainly provide a boost, a much needed boost for you. Now, for those of you that work for somebody else, this is basically you committing yourself to becoming the top dog. This is committing yourself to becoming a boss, to getting a promotion, to having having your talents recognized in some way, shape or form. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, look, this is a big client. This is a massive opportunity that comes up. Now, what you're handed this week is only the potential. It's not going to be like what somebody gives you this week, whatever opportunity shows up, whatever client connection shows up, whatever invite shows up. It's the seed, right? What you do with it has to be the magician. You have to turn it into, if someone gives you an oak tree, your actions, your showing up is what's going to turn it into an oak tree. It's not going to be the other way around. Don't expect someone just to give you something fully formed. You are going to have to work hard for this, but I promise you the results are absolutely there. For your money and materials, you've got the Devil card. Well, look, there's a few ways that this could show up. And there's a few people that could show up for you this week as well. Ugh, this is exciting. I have to pace myself, right? So one way that this could show up, you could bump into a Libran person this week, somebody that ends up being a part of your path going forward. The reason I say that is the King of Pentacles, usually an earth sign male, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. However, because the King of Pentacles is who he is, he also has an energy of the Venusian qualities, right? He also has got an element of that. The Justice card is Libra, so this is why I say there is kind of like, you could run into a Libran person this week. You could just as easily bump into or work with a Capricorn person this week, because the Devil card is Capricorn. So those are two people that you could be coming into contact with. And then even more so, because you've got the Magician card in the communications and conversations, this could be a big fish client. I call them big fish, like, you know, somebody that's famous, somebody that's a millionaire, somebody that's a billionaire, somebody that's a celebrity, you know, somebody that's an author, like somebody that has already achieved, basically somebody that's at the height of their game and is known for being a boss. This week you could be rubbing some shoulders this week, you know, even if that is only over Zoom or Skype or whatever. So be open to what comes up and be open to whatever invites are made, because they could be really great ones. Then finally, when it comes to your money this week, well, look, you know what? I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of people might be like, did he just say that? The Devil card represents, it's not just addiction, it can represent obsession. And this week it looks like you are obsessed with an idea. And you know, all the coaches and the gurus and all the rest of it, they all say when you start something, when you're into something that you really believe in, it's not enough to be, you know, into it. You've got to be obsessed with it. This is a week where that obsession could really turn out some great results, but you are going to have to really push it, right? There's no slacking. Like, you can go, like, and it's funny because this message has come up for me 3 times in the last 2.5 weeks. So the fact that this is coming through now kind of makes a lot of sense to me. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, right, you got to get your diet together, Aquarius. This week it could be your knees specifically, and this is really crazy because literally mine is just starting to play up. So yeah, this could be your knees, your skeleton. You've got to get back to a good diet. You've got to get back to your health regime, exercise, all of that sort of stuff. Now, finally, another way that this could show up for you on the home and environment level, this could be a week where everything around you could be just kind of going to pot, and Aquarius is just still focused on this one idea. Like, oh, what's that? The door's just broken. Oh, that's nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything around you could just be coming down and you're focused on this idea. Like, and if that's the case, obviously then it's going too far, but for the most part I actually really like this. The home and environment though is definitely coming up for review when it comes to most Aquarian people. And then finally, for your love and relations, you have the Ace of Cups. Well, look, Aquarius, if you're meeting somebody, it's very likely to be this week. And if you are meeting somebody this week, I can tell you this person is an absolute boss, right? I mean, just look at the cards here. The cards that you've got, the Justice card, you've got the Magician card, you've got the King of Pentacles, you've got even the Devil card. These tend to represent people that are, you know, it may be a bit too much so in the Devil card, but I will say this: if you're single and you are looking and you are interacting and mingling and you're meeting someone this week, this is going to be somebody that is an equal, maybe even somebody that's a little bit intimidating to you, because Aquarius is what I would call sapiosexual. They're very attracted to intelligence. I've often said as well, if you wanna get an Aquarius hooked on you or interested on you, teach them something that they don't know. You know, and that's not to say we know everything. You get my point. It's just that that's a very attractive trait to Aquarian people. And I'll say this to you: this person is really taking a shine to you, but more importantly, you're taking a shine to them. And it's like there's a real meeting of minds, but there's also a really strong bond or a connection. There might even be a sense of familiarity with this person that you haven't felt in a long time. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships, this is you two in your own bubble, quite frankly, especially because you've got the devil card here as well, which suggests that it could just be like, you know, we're in our little couple bubble or our little couple / family bubble, and we don't really care about whatever's going on outside. And maybe, you know, someone in the family kind of says, oh, you know, you lot have been absent or you've been quiet, and it's like, well, we're just living life and enjoying it at the moment. This is a really great week for Aquarius people, actually. I like this. I like it a lot. With that said, let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.